And our device connects so quickly that anytime, even while the Lexus system is loading, you don't have to wait for it to fully load. Just press and hold the home button. All right, and then there it is. It automatically launched. What's up guys, it's Eric from Sonic. Once again, we have here with another GX, but this GX is very different. And let me show you why. This one does not have factory navigation system. And how can you tell if your car does not have factory navigation? Because this button here is a play and pause button instead of a navi button. And we never had a solution for this model, but I'm very excited to let you know that as of today, we do have the solution. So what I'm going to be doing today is show you how to install it and a quick demonstration on how this device works. Very excited. New product. It's going to be a new part number and it's going to be available especially for those people that has been waiting for this for a very long time. I have a very long list of customers or potential customers who has the Lexus GX 460 without factory navigation. So let's get in the car and let's go ahead and install it. Alright, like always, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the interior panels to get behind the radio and the screen. So the first thing we're going to do here is we are going to work on this center console here, okay, this area. Alright, so go ahead and push down on the shift boot, turn the shift knob counterclockwise to remove it. And if you notice, a lot of the parts are going to come off very easily in this video. It's because I actually removed everything already. I put everything back together really quickly. I didn't screw on any of the bolts. They're all out, but I will let you know where everything belongs. All right, so go ahead and remove the shift knob and change that. Also, make sure your emergency brake is engaged so that your car does not roll if you are parked in an incline. And also, I recommend that you disconnect the negative terminal on the car's battery under the hood. Very easy to do with a 10mm, just so if you make any mistake, you'll be able to save the kit and also your factory infotainment system from blowing any fuse. All right, so once we remove that, let's remove this side panel. Just place your finger here, or you could use a panel removal tool, pull it out like so. Comes out very easily. Place this aside. And next step, we are going to remove this, and then that. Okay. It's usually easier if you use two hands. And then let's go to this side here, go all the way to this corner here. Just place a panel removal tool here. You could use your fingers, just pull it out. Just work your way to the left, and then down below. And then we are going to remove this trim. Pull this side out like so, and then pull this towards you. Okay, just want to make sure doesn't drop. All right, there it is. Okay, next we're going to remove this. Once again, you can use a panel removal tool between here, or you can just place your finger under it and just pull up. Okay, and then once you have this up, stick your hand under it. You'll feel the shift release lever. While you push that down, change the gear down to the bottom so that this center piece will be easier to remove. And then once you remove it, there's actually going to be some connectors under here that you need to disconnect. I already disconnected it. So here's the 3 connectors, and there's also 2 more here. One's for your USB, and I believe the other one's for your cigarette lighter jack. So it's gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you look under this, you'll find it here too. 1, 2, 3, and then we got 4 and 5. All right. And once we have all that out, it will expose all the 10mm bolts they need to remove. So we're gonna remove one here, another one there. And we have 2 under here, which you'll see once you pull this panel off. Got one, we got another one there. And then on the left side, we have one there. Okay. And then we also have one behind this start button garnish. I will just place my hand behind it and just pull it out. You can use a panel removal tool to help. There's another one right there. Okay, right there. All right, let's disconnect the start button. I went ahead and I reconnected the start button here just so I could test it without putting the garnish back after everything is connected. All right, so now we are ready to pull these two devices out. Lay a very thick towel, old sweater around this area, especially around your shift lever. You do not want to scratch up your interior with that. All right, so when you pull this out, the bottom is actually gonna come out first. So go ahead and pull the radio out first, and then you're gonna pull out the screen, okay? All right, and once you have the screen out, go ahead and unplug all the connectors behind it. All right, so we have here 4 connectors. This is for your emergency lights. Make sure to not forget to plug this in. Some people forget to plug this in. This is for your screen power and some other controls. This is your GVIF cable. And then this is another connector that goes behind the screen. So when I remove that, all right, let's go ahead and first start off with connecting the connectors behind the radio. So I'm gonna grab our main harness here. This is how it looks. All right, and let me show you which connectors we're gonna be disconnecting and connecting our harness to it. They are going to be this one, and the one on the bottom right here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So those 3. All right, and that's all going to be coming from this bundle of wires, the main one. All right, we went ahead and connected all the connectors. So as you can see, we connect the male side of our connector to the radio, and the female side connected to the original connector that was connected to the radio, as you can see. So once again, it's this one, and also this one down here. Okay, so once we have all these wires and cables connected, I am going to take all these wires, I'm gonna route it to the bottom down here, okay, to this area. All right, so once we have all the connectors connected in the back of the radio and we have everything routed to this bottom area, and now let's work on the top of the screen. So the GX, it comes with this additional harness here. It looks something like this, very, very simple. This one goes behind the screen, okay? This one goes behind the screen. The same connector will fit one of the connectors behind the radio, so make sure you don't mistake it. All right, so let's go ahead and connect this here. Okay, and then we're gonna connect this to the screen. Okay, and let's also connect the GVIF cable like so. Right, and then we have the other GVIF cable. This will connect to the back of the screen. And before we connect this GVIF cable for the back of the screen, let's go ahead and route this all the way down below together with my other cables. Okay, and also the other GVIF cable going all the way down. Alright, so now we're left with this cable, and also that one cable that you do not want to forget. This one for your emergency lights. Alright, so let's go ahead and connect it back to our screen. Alright, so everything is connected back. Went ahead and push this back in. Okay. Alright. Okay, and then let's go ahead and push this bottom piece back in as well. Alright, now that both our screen and radios back in place, we are left with a bunch of wires that's coming down here this way. Okay. Now go down below here and make sure to zip tie all this to the side here. If you don't, your door won't open. It'll get stuck because it'll get hung on these cables here. So make sure to zip tie that. All right, so we went and zip tied. All right, so it's nice and tight. Now let's connect our dip switch box. Okay, we added some insulation on here using the foam tape that's included with the kit. When you're doing this, make sure to not block the vent holes. All right, so just take a look where the vent holes are, and you want to attach it, apply it to areas that doesn't have the vent holes. Okay. So you'll see here, you'll see these two connectors here. That's where these two GVIF cables will connect to. One is labeled out, okay, and the one that's labeled out is actually going to connect towards the inside. All right, like that. And then the other one that is connected in will connect to the outside part, like so. Okay. And then you will connect this to this guy. Okay, like that. And in regards to your dip switch setting, make sure to check the label on the back of this dip switch box. We don't have the label on here, but it will come included with your kit. And make sure this label dip switch configuration matches to the actual dip switch setting. If it doesn't, then the screen will not switch over. Either that or you might get a black screen. And now get our MV17 box. Okay, let's start off with our power cable. Power cable will connect to this power input, and the aux in, AUX in, will connect here to the outside edge. Do not connect to the inside. That one is, if you connect to this instead, you will get the distorted sound, so make sure you connect to the correct side. And let's flip this over, and now we will connect the microphone. Okay, label microphone next to the USB plug. Okay, and if you want to double check, the label are here and it tells you where the correct plugs are. We have covered it with our foam tape, but it'll come without the foam tape, so you'll be able to see. And we also want to connect this wireless antenna, which will connect here. And lastly, we have our USB plug. Well, actually not last, second to last, USB plug. And then lastly, we will connect this HDMI plug here, like so. And the other end will connect to this dip switch box, like so. So all these connection, the instruction manual is going to come with a connection diagram, so just make sure to follow that, and then you won't have any problems connecting it correctly. So if you want to review, make sure to review the written instructions that comes with the kit, or the QR code that you need to scan, and you could go ahead and review the connection diagram to make sure you have everything correct. All right, so everything is connected, but I do want to organize the cable and everything for now, obviously. But before we do that, let me show you where this will connect to. So we have this antenna cable. You can actually mount this anywhere you like, just as long as it is away from these two boxes. Ideally, it will be good to connect it under the glove box. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, so we dropped this piece here that goes under the airbag. It's very easy. There's one Phillips screw. Let me show you. There's one Phillips screw here that you remove, and after that, just pull it down. It's just being held by clips. And we're going to sandwich this, remove the adhesive. We're going to sandwich it around here, somewhere around here, and then we're going to push it back up, and we routed the cabling through here. Okay, later on we could tuck it in here like so, and it's coming out through the center where our boxes are going to be mounted. Alright guys, so after we organize the wires and cables, this is how it looks. We have the dip switch box on the top here. Alright, and we got all the cables organized on the left side here with the NV17W box under it. Alright, and then next step, all we have to do is reverse order everything we just did. Screw the 10mm bolts back to where it all belongs. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then put the center panel back in. Reconnect the connectors, and then we are done. So let me go ahead and do that now, and I'll do a quick demonstration after that. Alright guys, so we attempted to reinstall the center console here, and we couldn't fit it. There was just not enough room because the dip switch box was blocking it from going in all the way, so we had to remove it. We found another spot over here. How we got here is we removed the cup holder. It's all just being held by clips here, so you're just going to pull it up. And then there's just one connector that you just have to disconnect, this one. So we're gonna reconnect that connector, we're gonna reinstall it, and we're gonna go ahead and try if this space works. Just to know, if you are going to mount it here, I recommend you to route all the cables under this metal beam here, okay? So don't route it on top, go to the bottom, because if you go on top, then it might interfere with some of your moving mechanisms for your gear shift. So you don't wanna do that. Because of that, you want to go under it, okay? And then the HDMI cable will route from the bottom all the way out. All right, so be very, very careful with the connection points, because if you stress the connection points, you will break the box. So you don't want to do that, because if you break the box, very, very expensive to replace. So let me attempt to put the center console back once again. All right, so the mounting location on the left here was a success. Everything went into place. And we also mounted or routed our USB cable to make it come out over here. And we are going to set this right here before putting all the panel pieces back. And let's just reverse order everything we did and put our interior panels back in place, and I'll do a quick demo. Alright guys, so we just finished installing this plug and play S-Connect CarPlay Android Auto retrofit kit, which works with wired and wireless CarPlay. Let me show you how this works. So normally your phone would already be connected to the car's Bluetooth, so you want to be in the Bluetooth source like so. And once you confirm that, press and hold the home button, which will switch the screen over. And this is a screen you see when nothing is connected. So we are going to do our first initial connection. Let me show you how to do that. We are going to go to settings, so we're going to general, CarPlay, and there it is. Let's connect. Okay, go ahead and pair. I ain't gonna don't allow because it's not my car. Alright. So this is the menu item that you want to memorize. If you get a new phone, or you want to try to pair a new phone, a different phone, this is the menu item you want to go to. Never go to the Bluetooth or Wi-Fi menu. If you do, it will interfere with the CarPlay connection, and the connection will not be as stable. So for example, if you go to Bluetooth, it is normal for it to not be connected to your NV17W, okay, to not connect it. And then if you go to your Wi-Fi, you will see it here, do not connect it as well. All right, and every time you turn off your car and turn it back on, it will connect by itself. Okay, so all the touchscreen functions work, swipe action works as well. Okay, there's the music. Okay, track up, track down works. Your pause button works. Play button. This up and down track also works. And also the track up and track down also works as well. The volume also works. You just don't see the change of the number. Okay. And if you get a phone call, your pickup and hang up buttons will also work as well. All right. And if you want to go back to your factory screen, you could just push any of these other buttons. You could press the audio, it'll take you back. Okay, long press home to go back to CarPlay. You could even press the climate control button. It'll go to your climate control button as well. And your backup camera works normally. Go back, it's the CarPlay screen. Your backup camera will also work in your factory system. And we do have a plug here. This is for your wire CarPlay Android Auto. If you use wire CarPlay Android Auto, you can do so. This will charge faster than your factory 1.5 amp charger. This charges at 2.1. And just to note though, if your phone is not connected to the car's Bluetooth and you connect it here, the audio will come out of your phone speakers, not the car speakers. So for you to hear audio from the car, you have to be connected to the car's Bluetooth. All right. And another function you could do, some people like connecting their phone directly to the car USB for better quality sound. You can also do that. So I could connect my phone to the car's USB, go to audio, and you will select iPod. And you could select iPod, and all the audio turn-by-turn directions, all the sounds from your CarPlay will continue to come out of the car speakers. All right. And then let me show you how fast this device connects. All right, so we turn off our car. Let me wait until everything disconnects. Okay, and then we're gonna turn it on. And our device connects so quickly that anytime, even while the Lexus system is loading, you don't have to wait for it to fully load. Just press and hold the home button. All right, and then there it is. It automatically launched. And then the audio also turned on automatically as well. Alright, so if you want to summon Siri, you could do so two ways. You could press and hold here. Okay, or you can also press and hold the pickup button. Okay. So this button here is locked to the Lexus infotainment system, so it will not summon Siri. Alright guys, well that concludes our installation demonstration of our S-Connect CarPlay Android Auto retrofit for the non-nav Lexus GX 460. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, or you can email us at info@bsonicusa.com, and this product is ready to purchase on our website as of today, so we're very, very excited. A lot of you guys were waiting, and I'll be reaching out to everybody who left their email address with us. Thank you very much, and if you haven't yet, help our channel by subscribing and liking our video. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys on the next video.